welcome to another exciting edition of Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr-Magazine.
Oh, you're stealing my thunder there, huh?
Yeah, mixing it up.
There you go. Keeping everybody on their toes. And speaking of keeping everybody on their toes, it's sales time again. A lot of BOLOs out there, things to get listed for the holidays, things you can make some money on. And why don't you take it away?
All right, I'm going to go with a certain theme this week. It's really, for me, it's not...
Stuff that I don't have?
Probably, yes.
Stuff that you can make money on?
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of themes.
Yeah, we're going to sell a lot of this now. It's not holiday season, it's toy season. And we're loading up online with toys. I bought a lot of toy collections, and here we go with the first one, Spider-Man, Spider Cycle. I've had it for a few years, but, you know, the time is now, and here we go. I think it went for about 20-something.
Now that's sealed and packaged? Sure.
Yep, new in box, yep. So,
now, does it work?
Well, it should work. It may need batteries. But
okay.
Yes,
well, the reason I'm asking that is because I know you were telling me you had a problem with the sale that you made with something that was a number of years old.
Right.
And they pushed the button and it wasn't working.
Yeah, they please these people. But, some of them. Anywho, there's the little hole in the blister, and you press the button, press here. Well, the toy was 10 years old. They go, I didn't, they're returning it, but they were very upset that it didn't work when they pressed that. And it was too late to explain to them that, if you're going to take it on and play with it, you put new batteries in, it'll be fine. And they couldn't wait. They returned it, and, it is what it is. But I'll relist it, and I'll resell it, and hopefully someone else knows how to operate that. Next up, G.I. Joe Rise of the Cobra Pit Mobile Headquarters. I think I got about 3 of these I picked up in a deal. This one was loose, a lot of parts. I think it was near complete, but not complete, and it sold for $100.
Oh, looking to be mostly
but
complete.
It's pretty big. It's close to 2 feet. It's a big toy. Yeah, it's very cool.
Neat. Now what? 2000? Okay, 2000.
Yeah, it's from the movie.
Okay.
I think when the movie Rise of the Cobra came out. Yeah.
So it's fairly new too.
Right. Yeah, definitely you can find those.
Now, what would something like that cost new?
Oh, probably close to that. Probably
okay.
$75. It comes in a big box. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Next up, comics, part of the movies coming up, right? A Man Called Nova run.
Now, how come that wasn't wholesale out to me?
Jeez, I don't know. I didn't know you collect Nova.
Apparently, I'm collecting Archie comics now.
This must have been before I started, running out of room and wholesaling comics.
Must be it.
Yeah. Or I just saw dollar signs.
$200.
Man Called Nova. If you see the comics out there, jump on them, especially issue number 1.
Isn't he supposedly going into a movie or something? And that's why there's all the hype
Definitely,
on it.
Yep.
Those used to be. They weren't quarter comics back. Well, everything other than number 1 was quarter comics.
Right.
Number 1 was like a dollar comic back in the day.
Then 5, and now it's probably
25, 50.
Yeah. All right, the Dollhouse Furniture lot. I always pick these up because I know there's always people out there buying them, but I would only buy them and sell them in lots. But this one for $150. We took 12 pictures, and there was a lot of accessories. Some were unopened, so definitely Dollhouse stuff is very sellable. All right, next up, N-scale trains. These are the super tiny ones. They go for more than the big ones in the O-scale and the HOs for whatever reason. Very sought after.
The other nice thing about those is storage.
Yeah, very small. Yeah, very tiny box. We shipped them in. $150. Can't argue with that.
No, nice. A lot of toys this week.
Yeah. Jurassic Park. I think this had an issue on the box tear or something, but it was near mint in box. $150. Anything Jurassic Park. We just bought some new ones. The T-Rex from the newer version from like 5 years ago. They sold overnight for $150. So definitely Jurassic Park is hot. Anything with Jurassic Park on it, the figures, the toys.
Is it because of the dinosaurs and Christmas coming?
Yeah, but they've been like that. The last few years, they've been really stepping up to the plate with the box toys especially.
Wow.
So, yep. Yeah, let's see. I think this is my last one. We're going to the sports card theme. Joe Burrow. This is a rated rookie. I think orange prism. $100.
Nice.
So,
nice.
He's a hot rookie right now. So I picked up a collection of cards, and that was in it, and sold like in a week.
Can't argue with that.
No, definitely not.
Now, my first thing I actually don't have a picture for, and the reason why is it did sell on eBay, but you and I are both part of the Web Interpret.
Yes.
Where we sell on foreign eBay sites as well. Certainly worth your while to check out. I know you do fairly good sales on it. I know I do sales on it as well. We did do a video on it a long time ago about it. Reach out to us and we'll tell you the pitfalls of it. There really aren't any pitfalls per se, just a few things that you need to look at to realize as far as relisting, as far as invoicing, things like that. But reach out to us and we'll help you on it. Roughly how many items do you think you sell that way?
On a daily basis, I would say
daily, that's
three
right.
to five.
Can't argue with that,
Definitely
yeah.
3 minimum, you know.
Now, they put me into managed payments, as everybody knows, and that gets a lot fewer sites. I think there's only 3 sites that it's compatible with at this point. They're going to be rolling more out, and I'm still selling a couple of items a week just being on 3 sites.
No, I got a question. Sorry to interrupt. They're going to automatically put you in the new ones
Yes.
rolling? Okay.
Yep.
That's good then, yeah.
And actually, I reached out to them, and they said they could pause my account, as it were. And I said, well, are you available in any locations? And they said, well, we're in three sites. And I said,
Yeah.
it's costing me $9.95 a month minimum, correct? They said, yep.
Yep.
I said, you might as well just keep it going. I mean,
Right,
all I got
sure.
to do is make a couple of sales rather than pausing it.
Oh, yeah.
And glad that I did that because I do make sales every once in a while. My first thing I sold is kind of funny. And again, I don't have a picture of it, so it kind of takes away from it a little bit. But it's Wiss or Weiss shears. And the reason why I bought them is because of our friend Auction Professor was on one of his videos talking about how they always sell. And I was at an estate sale and I saw the shears and they wanted $1 for them. I said, what the heck, I'll buy them, I'll take a chance on them.
Yeah.
He says they sell. They did take about a year to sell, but they did sell. But the funniest thing about it is they did sell overseas to Germany or somewhere other like that. And I went and I found them and brought them downstairs and everything like that. And I had the box and everything, and I went to pack them up. Great, packed them all up. I used like a record box because they fit
Yeah.
perfectly in there.
Right.
Had them all set to ship. Sell something else. Go downstairs, and I do not use I use the paper still for the label, so I got to cut the label and everything.
Right.
I can't find my scissors. Take one guess where my scissors were. Packed up, set to go to Germany.
Oh, nice.
Because it isn't the kind of thing I usually sell.
Right.
I grabbed my scissors, packed them up, and still had the shears sitting out on the thing.
Jeez.
So if you sell scissors or shears, be very careful so you don't make the same mistake. But that was kind of an interesting story, too, just because it's something I wouldn't have bought except for watching Auction Professor tell me to buy it. Next thing over here is kind of interesting. Rod Carew. I think he's in the Adam Sandler song, as I remember.
He certainly is.
The Hanukkah song.
Yeah.
I bring this up because the deal over in Geneva, I bought a full run of various years' Time magazines. And this issue is actually a halfway decent one over on Amazon. So I went on eBay, and it goes for about $20 to $25 on eBay as well.
Yeah.
But there aren't a lot of them on eBay. I found one guy selling them for like $7 or $8. So I went and bought it on eBay, relisted it on eBay.
Yeah.
And I didn't make a lot, but I made $3, $4
Smart.
just
Sure.
doing that because I saw something in the market where one person was underpriced and I went and bought it.
Right.
So again, I'm not getting rich off it by any means, but it sold. When did I listed it? Ended November 21st. It took about 3 weeks to sell. So not bad. $3-4 bucks for a quick little turnaround on something.
Sure.
Reminds me, it's getting to be tax season soon. 1950 income tax, unused income tax from New York State. Don't know why anybody wants it. I always marvel when something other like this sells. My thought is it's probably for an accountant or something like that, and they probably take it and put it up on the wall.
Sure.
The entire thing was 4 pages.
Okay.
The entire tax return, including instructions. I think we're paying a little more than that in taxes nowadays.
Cheap to ship, at least.
It was very cheap to ship. And the nice thing is I had 2 of them, so I relisted it as well. I know we've talked about dupes and quantity before, but there we go. Next thing over here, Maxfield Parrish cover on it. Picked that up over at a flea market. Corners aren't the best, but what the person I'm sure will do is they'll probably take the cover off, cut it down, and frame it up nice.
Right.
You can kind of hide the problems on the edges, the little tears in the edges and all that kind of thing. Maxfield Parrish stuff, certainly nowhere near as hot as it was 5-6 years ago, but still 1904 original magazine cover.
Yeah,
Got
cool.
$55 on it. I think I sent an offer to buy her out, which if you're not doing that, make sure you do that as well. It definitely helps your sales, as you're well aware.
Oh, yeah.
I always give 25% off. Now, it kind of leads us to what do you, as a standard offer, what do you give?
We put stuff on sale, so my offers vary, but I'm certainly not going to go below 50%, depending on what the item is, but usually 25%.
About 25%, yeah, yep. So I just,
And it depends on how long it's been in my store, too.
oh, do you go through each item to make the offer to buyers, or do you do it in bulk?
We do it in bulk. When we send the offers out,
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's what I meant. How do you, so
it's 20 to 25%.
20 to 25%. Yep. I do a straight 25% on it, and this sold via that, and the person was happy that I even made the offer to them. Next thing, now this one's a little interesting. Another thing where Auction Professor actually helped me a little bit in that I had this listed, and the person was overseas that purchased it, and I realized all of a sudden I had matchboxes in there with matches in it.
Yeah.
And I don't believe I'm allowed to sell the matches overseas.
Oh, really?
I know there's safety matches, et cetera, but I emailed the guy back. He made an offer on it, and I emailed him back with the exact same offer, and I said, with no matches.
Right.
And just to make everything easy, I took the matches out. He purchased it then, so he agreed to no matches. And I sent it out with the empty match boxes, which you can ship the empty match box, of course.
Right.
But no matches in it, and then a soap and all that kind of thing. And it's kind of interesting. I don't know what he's going to do with it. Well, then again, talk of another lockdown, so maybe he's going to use the soap. Who knows?
It could be.
But kind of interesting, though. You can find that kind of thing. Obviously, somebody went on a cruise, brought the stuff back. I think I took $30, $35, something other like that on it, which, is a nice little thing. You can find that at an estate sale for somebody that's gone on a cruise. The next thing over here is kind of interesting as well. And again, I'm not showing you the best part of it, because that's just how I do things. Chicago Daily Times, 1932, full newspaper. Guy paid the full price on it, $32. Got comic strips, got Lindbergh's Baby, et cetera, et cetera. I bought a small collection of these, 8, 10 of these different issues. But the one made me laugh really, really hard because on the back cover, and unfortunately the way that we do this, I can't show the back cover picture, but obviously I did post it up. They were talking about high school. Now you got to remember this is 1932. Times were a little bit different back then. They were talking about how for high school they wanted to speed up the test that they were going to give the kids.
Right.
The moron test.
Ooh, nice.
Now I'm not sure if I want to pass that or fail that.
Was that before the SATs?
I'm not sure if I passed the moron test or if I failed the moron test. So what do I want to do? But it's just kind of jarring when you see that kind of language on the top there. And that was back in the days where they would classify people whether they were a moron, an idiot, and an idiot I believe was smarter than a moron, et cetera, et cetera. They had an IQ from 60 to 70 was this, 70, 80 was this. Kind of crazy. And to see that on the front cover of a newspaper or the back cover of a newspaper is kind of interesting. And the last thing we have here ties into yet another thing that we've talked about in the past. Number one issues.
Oh, nice.
And $40 on it. I picked this up over in the Geneva deal. Or not Geneva deal, the Auburn deal. Yep. Picked this up over there. And somebody else had it listed, and I think they were asking $15 or $20 on it. And they did not mention it was the first issue. They did not mention the drummer. Kind of crazy. I think they basically said Dinah Shore on it. And I looked at it and I said, that's better than a $15 or $20 magazine.
Sure.
So I put it up for $40. Now, mine may have been better shape, et cetera, but I listed the keywords, which reminds me when I get done with this, I probably should jump back on eBay and see if they still have theirs. Because as I showed you with the Rod Carew, you can make money doing that kind of thing.
Sure.
So don't be afraid. Again, number one issues, market it. There are people out there that buy first issues. And just in case you didn't know, I put number one and first issue.
Yeah.
So no matter what, you knew it was the first issue.
Yep.
But there are people out there that collect it. And of course, if you see how do you say it, Gene Krupa? Gene Krupa. If you see him, I did put 2 pictures of him up on there as well. Very, very collectible. A lot of people, if you see him in there, you will sell the issue no matter what. He's very, very collectible. So hopefully that helps you some. You can make money buying stuff on eBay to sell. You can make money taking tips off various people. I took the tip off of the Auction Professor and made some money. Hopefully you take some of these tips off of us. Jurassic Park. Hot.
There you go. Yep.
So get those online for Christmas. And we'll see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.